going on, people?
Yes, Chef Podcast.
Yeah, Chef Podcast. Look, we looking a little different today. We're doing something different. This is gonna be a first right here. It's gonna be a first. Look. So, I'm with Marty's, shared kitchen, in the West End. Shout out to Marty's. And I had to get with them before my vegan cheese sauce. And so I was on there live one day. I was just looking, and I seen some chicken sandwiches that look good as hell. First, I was looking at them, but I seen some people stop, and they stopped to eat one of the chicken sandwiches, and I'm like, what is that? So I'm looking at it, and I'm like, once the live was over, and I looked, and I saw Chef Polly.
Chef Sweet Polly.
Oh yeah, all of that. And so I was like, yeah, let me look at her live. Let me look at her Instagram. So I checked out her Instagram, and I was like, oh, okay. Oh, them chicken sandwiches. Oh, okay. So I just kept looking, and I'm like, man. And I usually do this when I'm hungry. I usually do this when I'm hungry because it makes a big difference. Mm-hmm. So I was looking, and then I'm like, look, I'm going to invite her to the podcast. But I told Chef Greg, I was like, Chef Greg, look, man, we got to get her on the show. I said, look, Chef Polly, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, this right here. So he was like, yeah, do it, man. So I did that, and I was like, so I invited her, you know what I'm saying? She told me she would come, and here she is. Okay. Look, I can't wait to taste this chicken sandwiches. Mind you, she's gonna be the first woman that has cooked on this show.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
And she cooking on here. And she gonna give y'all her background, you know what I'm saying, and let her know, and let y'all know everything, man. You got any questions before we just let her go?
Nah, I'm good.
All right.
You kind of the quiet one.
Yeah, I'm the rowdy one on the show.
Yeah, he's the quiet one.
Yeah, so everybody, Chef Polly, go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Chef Sweet Polly of Sweet Polly's Kitchen, and I just want to thank you guys for inviting me on.
For sure.
You're welcome.
And just talking about my chicken sandwich, and everybody's raving about the chicken sandwich, and I'm not really a chicken sandwich eater, but when I came up with the chicken sandwich, I was in Chicago, and I was cooking the chicken for a chef. He like, how do you make those chicken sandwiches? I'm like, I just make them, He's like, so what do you do? I'm like, I can't tell you everything. You can't, He's like, show me how to do it. So I showed him, but I didn't give him everything about it. I was like, you need to find it out, taste it and everything. So from that point on, I started my business in 2018 in Chicago. We started as Chefs on the Go-Go. So it was called Chefs on the Go-Go because I wanted to train young people that wanted to pursue it in the culinary world, okay? So I started off catering. I said, okay, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hire these children and I'm gonna train them. So that's why I said Chefs on the Go-Go. Because we're like Chefs on the Go, because we're always on the go. In the kitchen, you always running. And so that's why I got Chefs on the Go-Go. So I did that till pandemic hit, and then I rebranded. Because everyone like, Polly, let's get personal. Let's get more personal about your business. So the lady said, I love your chicken sandwiches. I really love your chicken sandwiches. She said, what's your name be the chicken fried lady? I'm like, no, not chicken fried lady.
Chicken fried lady.
No. So I just said, Sweet Polly's Kitchen. And why I say Sweet Polly, I don't know if y'all are young, but it was a cartoon called Underdog.
Yeah,
I
Remember Underdog? Y'all know? And you know the dog named Sweet Polly?
Yeah.
And he will
That's
always.
where you got that
That's what I got.
from? Damn, I would have never known.
So
I
he
just
will,
watch that.
he will always save her.
Yeah.
So I took that philosophy and switched it around. I'm Sweet Polly, and I'm gonna save everyone with my cooking. So,
Oh, that's dope.
so you know
Yeah,
what?
me too.
So that's why I call my business Sweet Polly, because I'm there to save people from if you're eating unhealthy, if you're dealing with some medical issues, so I want to be that rescue. I want to be that person that you want to call and say, Sweet Polly, please rescue me. Just like she would say, Underdog, please, rescue me. So that's where Chef Sweet Polly came from. And then They used to call me, when I used to work at the Ritz-Carlton up in Buckhead, before they called, they used to call me, Sweet Polly, come on, Sweet Polly, Polly Mae. It was one chef named Chef Chris. Polly Mae, get over here, Polly Mae, get over here. They started calling me Polly Mae. Then they started calling me Sweet Polly.
Yeah.
So that's how I started. But to go back, let's just retrack. I was an accountant for 27 years.
Oh, wow.
I was an accountant for 27 years, and it was back in like 10 years ago. I had a stroke. Okay, I had a stroke, and I was talking to my mom. I had a stroke, and then they had me at the hospital, right? And I said, I thought I was like, you gone, you over it. You know, they had me hooked up and everything. And I said, let me speak to my mother. Let me speak to them. And they're like, no, we're gonna get you. I was like, no, let me speak to my mother. And they let me speak to my mother. And what my mother said to me, I ain't gonna get emotional. My mother said, do what makes you happy. Because I've been cooking all my life. I started off cooking at 11, but I just feel that I wasn't gonna make enough money cooking. So that's why I went to be an accountant. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make some money accounting. So that's why I chose. That was my first, my first career choice. But my mother said to me, do what makes you happy. And cooking makes me happy. Making people makes me happy.
Yeah.
Seeing a smile on people's face makes me happy.
Yeah.
So a year later, I walked off my job, sent them an email and said, I'm gone. Now I left a corporate job to go cooking, which like y'all said, you don't make no money.
Yeah.
But you have to have that passion for it. If you don't
You
have
gotta
that
have
passion,
Exactly.
you replace the money with passion.
Exactly.
So when you got that passion, money gonna come to you. You don't chase
Exactly.
money.
Exactly. You
So
gotta chase it.
You ain't gotta chase it. If you know your food good, your product good, your customer service skills is good, it gonna come to you. So you don't have to chase no money. So I started off like, okay then, check it out. I started off at temp agencies. I started going to temp agencies. They like, okay, you can do this. So one day it's like, you want a cart? I said, I don't know about no cart. They like, you want a cart? I'm like, I got all excited. I went in, you know how you put your big hat on? Man, I got the big hat on.
Yeah.
And then I had my knives, and they're like, okay, you're a display shelf. Like, a display shelf. They like, we want you to cut a little bit of meat and just hand it to them. Just like pretend like, oh, I said, damn, I'm about to cut this damn meat. So I started cutting the meat. I'm like, I was having fun, talking to people, and I'm like, this and this. They're like, oh. Next thing, I had a whole line of people around me because I'm just talking to people.
They love that.
And people love the interaction.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I like about is action stations, because you get to actually talk to people and really get the feel of it, and they get to